Recent digital renders and industry chatter suggest Volkswagen's second-generation ID point for may evolve stylistically and in market positioning to more closely resemble a familiar nameplate, the Tiguan. Rumor mills point to VW leaning into the ID family's crossover versatility but giving the next-gen ID point for a shape and size that blurs lines between the compact ID crossover and the brand's established Tiguan compact SUV. This is less about cannibalizing models and more about lining up EVs with buyer expectations for size, utility, and badge recognition. The gist of the speculation is straightforward. Volkswagen sees space in its lineup for an EV that behaves and feels like the Tiguan in terms of usability. But where's the ID electric architecture and language? Adapting the ID point for into an ID Tiguan would be a strategic move to give customers an electric option that feels familiar, the same practical footprint and family-friendly proportions they already like, wrapped in EV tech and aerodynamics. From a commercial point of view, it's a way to accelerate EV adoption by leveraging established name recognition. Design mock-ups circulating online show the second-gen ID point 4 with sharper, more upright proportions and styling that hints at VW's conventional SUV playbook, flatter roofline, more upright greenhouse, and details that visually increase cargo and interior space. These aren't production blueprints, but they reflect the kind of thinking that happens when automakers try to translate a successful internal combustion model's virtues into an EV package. For buyers, that could mean greater interior flexibility and a driving position that feels less like a hatchback and more like a compact SUV, a small but meaningful shift. Mechanically, the ID Point 4's MEB platform is flexible enough to be tweaked for a variety of lengths, wheelbases, and battery configurations, which makes this transition plausible without wholesale re-engineering. If VW does align the next ID Point for more with Tiguan proportions, expect tweaks to suspension tuning, cargo solutions, and possibly powertrain options that favor everyday usability and range balance over outright sportiness. As ever with early renders and rumors, the timeline and final decisions are fluid. Volkswagen will factor market demand, fleet electrification goals, and production logistics before committing to an ID Tiguan strategy. But the chatter is meaningful. It shows VW thinking about brand continuity during the EV shift, and about giving customers electric choices that feel known rather than alien. For viewers, this is a story to follow. The next generation of VW's mainstream electric crossover could be a lot more familiar than you'd expect.